Hi everyone, how are we doing? So today we have our Thanksgiving dinners after everybody else's, so I got to get these used up. I'm going to move this out of my way for a minute and show you how I do it. So I went to the dollar store and I got these little pins. I have the tin foils. I got two different shapes. And they work out perfect for making pie for the next holiday. So instead of cooking up a whole turkey, I can just do this, pop one of these in there. So here's some stuffing. And that's just a store-bought pie crust. And the stuffing is really good, but I always layer the bottom of that. And your hands are going to get messy. Ain't a whole lot you can do about that. But this is called the stuffed turkey pot pie. And my family loves it. Pretty much you're taking the leftovers, and you're adding some, but not much. All right, so there's the stuffing. All right. Now I'm gonna shake up the gravy. And put some of that down there, because there's nothing worse than a dry pot pie. And I've made enough of them to know. So we're just going to kind of layer. And the gravy, believe it or not, I buy store-bought gravy. This is Gordon Foods turkey gravy. It is awesome. All right. Now I want to grab my veggies out. I like to be a little different, and I add frozen veggies in the mix. Because it's a pot pie, it's supposed to be scrumptious. And my mushrooms rotted, so I'm going to use some of these dried mushrooms, freeze-dried mushrooms. Fill some of that gap up, make sure everybody gets a bite of mushroom, right? All right. Now, let's put another layer of gravy on it. And those mushrooms will refresh when they're cooking. And this is just getting frozen. I'm not even going to bake this up today. I'm just going to freeze it just like how it is. I'll put it in my sealer bag and it will be done. Then all I got to do is pull it out, 375, and bake it until it's done. Golden brown. All right, so let's throw some turkey in there. My hair out of the way. This is the most freshest turkey, moist. Oh my gosh, it turned out, and I brined it. Brine, B-R-I-N-E. And it turned out wonderful. Then we did a rub on it. It's really yummy. You don't want the skin in there, though. You can, but I'm not going to put the skin in it. And we like a lot of turkey in ours. And like I said, I could pull this out. Our holidays are always after the holiday fact, where the kids come over. So I can pull this out, put it in the oven on either Christmas Eve or on the day after Christmas. And the kids will have turkey, pot pie, and they'll have the stuffing and everything in it. And it's scrumptious. And that's how we like to do it. So I'm glad we had a lot of turkey left over this year. Normally we don't have that much turkey. All right. I'm not going to add the green bean casserole in there. I am going to add some mashed potatoes. Grab some. This is my house. That's why I use my hands, because I clean. I knew what I did before I even came in here. Besides, if you can't get, your hands are your best tools, right? A little bit more right there. All right. Come on. I got some cranberry sauce I like to put over the top. Just little chunks of it, because it makes it taste so good. And it'll melt right in there, and it'll give it such a yummy flavor. Yum. There. Push everything down. All right. All right. Get this stuff out of my way real quick. And add some more of that gravy on there. Like I said, we don't want a dried pot pie. You can make your own gravy if you want. I mean, this is just how I do it. It's using up all the ingredients. My stuffed turkey pot pie. And it's yummy. All right. Just a little bit more veggies on the top. And voila, it is done. So now I'm going to grab the, oh, there it is right in front of me. Just roll this out. I got everything caught. Just carefully roll them out. And I stick that on the top and I push it down in there. And then I try to find the inside of the other one. Let me bring it closer so you can see what I'm doing. Probably too close. Hold on. There we go. There we go. So see the crust at the bottom? So I'm going to push that in and I'm going to push this down in there. Just make a scrumptious little pie crust out of it. And I can pull it if I want. And then tuck it in. You can pull it out a little, see how I'm doing? And tucking that crust in. All right. That's it. That's how I make my stuffed turkey pot pie. Push it right down. Gotta make your little markings. So that when it's froze, it'll come out. Then let's get our sealer going. I got a bunch of, my brain went dead. Oh, it's a steak. Anyways, we had that for Thanksgiving Day, Bob and I did. I got a bunch of that left over, prime rib. So I'm just going to hit seal that bag. I want to make sure that this is pointed down into the pie crust, because I don't want that stuff oozing out. No sharp ends, because that will break your pie. All right. All right, so now the test of all tests. Keep that in there. See how nice that fits? And then make sure nothing's on the seal part. Tuck that in there. Pan on high, moist. Now it's sealing, and this is perfectly protected from the freezer, and it'll last up to 6 months to sometimes a year. I've used it, you know. I'll write what it is on that here, and then I'll put it in the freezer. Well, I hope this gives you an idea of what to do for another meal for another holiday. The pot pie, turkey stuffed pot pie will be great for Christmas dinner. From my pantry to yours, big hugs, and have a wonderful day. Bye.